John Quincy Adams once said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." As student affairs professionals, we are going to be leaders for the students that we serve, but it is also important to teach our students how to be leaders themselves in order to prepare them for their future endeavors. So before we begin, I would like you to think about these two questions. Have you ever experienced leadership development as a student? Or have you ever led leadership programs as a future higher education professional? I think these two questions will help to bring your own relevant experiences to mind before this discussion about leadership development begins. So before we start talking about leadership development for students and for student affairs professionals, I wanted to first talk about what is leadership, because it is often a term that can be used in a lot of different ways. Cultural constructs can alter the individual's perspectives on leadership. For example, one perspective is leaders lead while followers follow. This can be shown by a quote from Northouse where he says that leadership is a process whereby an individual influences a group of individuals to achieve a common goal. On the other hand, another perspective of leadership can be a shared or transactional relationship. This can be shown by Rost's quote, where he says leadership is an influence relationship among leaders and followers who intend real changes that reflect their mutual purposes. These quotes and their differences can also be shown by the two images, which show the different ways that leadership can be approached. Leadership development is one of the central goals of undergraduate education in many colleges and universities across the United States. This can be shown through institutions' mission statements and also through society's goals of purposeful preparation of citizen leaders. No longer is leadership development a byproduct of higher education. Now it is intentionally cultivated through higher education. There are two different approaches to leadership. First, on the curricular side, there can be leadership minors and certificates that the institution offers. On the other side, through student affairs, is the co-curricular approach. Different leadership programs could be offered within a student activities office, or leadership departments or divisions can exist on their own within student affairs departments. Depending on the size and the location of the school and also their financial ability, there will be different programs shown for leadership in different ways. Here are a few different examples of learning beyond the classroom. At California Polytechnic State University, they have a Developing Leadership Certificate, which is offered under the Dean of Students. It is a not-for-credit weekly meeting that happens for 9 consecutive weeks. It's free and open to all students, and it provides them with hands-on learn-by-leading experiences, where they will plan and work on a service project. Another example for learning beyond the classroom is a student leadership conference offered by Portland State University. This leadership program is offered under the Student Affairs Division. The conference is an annual one-day event held on main campus, but other community campuses are also invited. It's open to all students who wish to attend, and it allows them to gain practical skills for their current or future leadership roles. At Temple University, which is a program I was involved with, the Diamond Leadership Program exists under their own leadership development department. The Diamond Program offers over 100 hours of leadership training each semester through through different workshops, conferences, and events. Two different event examples can be seen under the upcoming events image on the other half of the slide. Students can move up in diamond levels with the more events they attend. This program is designed to help students set goals, take action, and find purpose of their own leadership roles. As you can see through these different examples, there are many different ways that institutions can approach leadership development, whether it is through programs offered through student affairs and student activities, or through having their own leadership department or leadership office within the campus. All students at an institution of higher education have the potential to be influenced by leadership development, as leadership development has been identified as a critical positive outcome to be fostered within higher education for undergraduates. However, it is up to the individual student whether or not they wish to participate in any form of leadership development programs or activities. Leadership development has the ability to serve all students. It is important, though, to give attention to the students who do not as willingly join in co-curricular activities. There is growing concern with leadership development in underrepresented students, such as minorities and international students. These underrepresented students on a college campus may be hesitant to participate in leadership programs. One, because of their language barriers, but two, because of cultural and moral differences in leadership perspectives. Or they may be excited to embrace participation in leadership programs, because they may want to actively look for ways to adjust to Western cultures and values, or they might want to be a leader in our society or their own society back home. Regardless, while student affairs and leadership development programs have the ability to serve all students, it is important to address and give more attention to the students who do not as willingly join in co-curricular activities. As of December 2017, StudentAffairs.com, an online resource for educators, lists more than 70 higher education professional associations. This image shows just a few of their listed associations on the website. This list indicates that professional associations are in abundance and encompass a variety of areas, such as geographic location and functional area. While some associations are broad in their nature, others focus on specific functional areas in order to better support professional development and the spread of information on specific topics. Leadership experience for student affairs professional focused on leadership development can be found in almost all associations through different participation levels in different communities or groups. The National Clearinghouse for Leadership Programs, otherwise abbreviated NCLP, is a source of professional development for leaders in higher education. They serve as an outlet for networking between leadership educators and programs. They provide resources for leadership education, and they are a resource for shared career opportunities. In addition, through their sponsored publications, the NCLP is a lead information sharer of standards and information for development leadership. NCLP is also a partner with 7 other associations, which make up the Inter-Association Leadership Education Collaborative, the ILEC. Another association is the American Council on Education, otherwise abbreviated ACE. They focus on advocacy, leadership, and innovation for higher education administrators. Dedicated to training and creating opportunities, the ACE is ready to prepare the next generation of higher education administrators for success in their future endeavors. ACE's Leadership Division offers numerous programs and resources, such as 7 programs for presidents and senior leaders, 2 for rising administrators, and 4 for diversity and inclusion within senior leadership ranks. These programs are all designed to embrace and empower the leaders of higher education. Much like the ACE, the American Association of State Colleges and Universities, AASCU, is dedicated to advocacy, leadership, and service for public higher education. They too provide support and professional development opportunities to institutional leaders. Over 7 leadership development programs are offered, focusing on individuals such as emerging leaders, provosts, new presidents, and even spouses of leaders. Lastly, the Student Affairs Administrators in Higher Education, otherwise known as NASPA, has a division titled Student Leadership Programs KC. This is a resource for professionals in higher education to take advantage of leadership training, education, and development opportunities. One of their current signature initiatives is a graduate mentoring program, which pairs a graduate student with a professional in the field for the benefit of attending the leadership and networking programs of the NASPA conference together. While only 4 associations are mentioned here, there are numerous others that are specialized towards different functional areas of student affairs, and they each will provide leadership development opportunities for their own members through different committee and group memberships. Different opportunities and threats can present themselves for all student affairs professionals. Specifically in leadership development, one opportunity could be the partnership of leadership programs with different departments on campus, especially if there is a specific leadership department. For example, when I interviewed Matthew Randall, the executive director of the Leadership Development Center at York College, he described how he partners on a daily basis with faculty and departments. He will go into different classes and teach the students about integrating leadership into their learning and coursework. For example, one day he could step into a biology classroom and teach the students how to incorporate leadership into their studies or their internship experiences. The next day, he will do the same in a different department. This opportunity comes with a threat, which is a good relationship with faculty members, because partnering with faculty members does not always come easily. Another opportunity that I learned from Matthew is that student affairs, especially those focused on leadership development, should get certified in different areas, such as Myers-Briggs personality tests and the Strength Finders test. These certifications allow leaders to teach students about their strengths and personality types. Each student will have different results and answers, so it is very important that they can each learn how to be a leader based on their own qualities. One last threat comes from Aston and Aston, when they describe the notion that student affairs professionals sometimes have the tendency to accept the idea that institutional leaders are primarily those who hold formal positions, especially those in the academic hierarchy. Similarly, they can limit their conception of leadership development efforts to intentional programming for students, staff, administrators, and faculty. However, leadership can occur in any area of institutional functioning, and all members of the academic community are potential leaders and can help to transform the educational and organizational culture of their institution and their students. Leadership development should empower students by helping them develop those special talents and attitudes that will enable them to become effective social change agents. It is our job as future higher education professionals to encourage this empowerment and lead our students in the right direction.